Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. And in this today's session, we'll be discussing about how you can, your just like think about like improving your financial ideas. It's not just about whatever you want. You think the ST is getting cut and what you're getting in hand. That's enough. That's not enough. You should think about more the side income. You should think about more of the other financial sources. You should think about improving your business. I will talk about all, but this other join also first. So I am already seeing that Devas is saying, "Good evening, Sandeep. Looking forward to the interesting session." It's Piyush. Good evening, Sandeeta. Consequently, I have received my salary today. Okay, so guys, if you can see me properly, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to tell me that from where you are. If you have any questions, simply go ahead and ask me. I know that today the session have started a bit awkward timing. I know because usually I start the session around 7:30, but I have to go 7:30 somewhere else. So thought, okay, let's start it early. Terraform कब start करोगे sir? Actually, wanted to start, but some problem is there. You can say like I'm not able to start it. Some kind of, I don't know why, but that is causing me some. Uh, so what is the YouTube? You have this copyright issue, but I don't know where it is. So I'm just shorting out with YouTube first. So you have to wait it. Okay. Maybe using logo, but I see other YouTubers also using the same logo. They're not facing any issue. Okay, it's Gopal Raha saying thanks Sandeep for arranging the session. It is helpful. Okay, looks like everyone joining, and I'll be starting the session very soon. And I will try to keep the session as explanatory as possible. I hope you guys will like the session. I think everyone will join soon enough. I don't know. It's Supriyo saying, "How are you? Doing good. Hope you are doing good. Okay, hope you are doing good too." It's Anshika. Hello, good evening, sir. Good evening, Anshika. Okay, now it's everyone joined. So the very first thing we will talk about is that why even I'm doing this finance Gyan session, because we as a software engineer, not everyone have very in-depth knowledge of the accounting, taxation, or some financial wealth increasing kind of knowledge. And the problem happened that you don't know, and most of you all never think about that. Whatever coming in the bank, you're just savings in, just saving in a savings account, or maybe some people are doing some fixed deposit, but that is actually not enough to improve your knowledge. So if you are thinking that whatever salary you're getting, unless you are in the like on the Google, Facebook, those big companies, those have very big high salary figures. But not everyone can get into that. This kind of pan companies, right? So most of are there. Like we start very less salary and less resources, we can say. But on going forwards, you have to save money. You have to purchase laptops, computers, tab, mobile, just for your betterment of your. Suppose if you're an application developer, iOS developer in general, then you have to purchase a MacBook. Whenever there's a latest features coming up, if you keep on the old MacBook or laptop, you can develop, but you cannot test out with the actual models. That's the problem. Same goes for the Android developer, because your Android Studio takes a lot of space, and so you have to move to a better resources. So every developer, there is a need that to have always in the next year or maybe within next 2 year to achieve a better equipment, better resources, so that you can work or perform well in your job. That's the basic criteria here. Now, but while what happening that whatever you get in the salary, most of you don't get good salary. No, some get good, some not everyone will get very huge salary. What happens that these companies, like I think you maybe heard from that. What you work 10%, that your works 10% company paying you. If you're a freelancer or if you're running business, everything is for you. But if you're a normal engineer, normal and working small or mid small companies, there your efforts, what you're getting is like 10% of your their efforts you're getting as a salary. And that's a fact everywhere. When I work for last 4 5 year around, just before starting any contractual work or this kind of freelancing based business, I have seen in front of my eyes. No, it's, and there is a reason actually for that. The reason is that they have management expenses, they have promotional businesses, they have marketing, they have customer support, they have a lot of other resources, and you are the one doing the development. After the development, you are getting the they're getting the money, and then it's going to the management, then to the CEO, if there is a CEO. Like, what are those people are the management people, so they are getting it. Then as a normal, like business support, and those are getting it. And then as an engineer, you will be getting it in the hand. Okay, and that's actually not enough. I'm telling you honestly, that's not enough to grow in the life. So in the beginning phase of your life, you have to think about the multi source of income. Okay. Yeah, I'll be coming to the freelancing. Don't worry, I'll be going to there. So I mean, if I will give you the legal perspective of the freelancing, how you should start and how you can grow. All I'll be coming. But before that, I want to say that what are the reason that you're getting less salary? There's a reason, and that's you should understand that first. That is not just company. Of course, any private company's primary motto is to like give as minimum as possible to you and as maximum as to keep for a company, so that it can as a give us a profit to shareholders, to the other directors and or the investors. They get the profit, and that is the exact reason you are getting less salary. If any company, be it a service company or even less, it's a product company, they still little think about you until unless, I mean, if you are a good resource, they will think about you. And even there are also the same things going on. Okay. That's what I'm telling you. Until unless you start your own, but not everyone can start their own at the beginning, right? You have to stay in a company, then learn, grow. You need to have keep enough savings so that you can survive the initial days of the freelancing. I'll be coming there also. But you have to think about while you're working on some any kind of job, be it as a junior engineer, senior engineer, mid senior engineer, or any kind of level, you have to think about the multi-streaming incoming first, so that even if you leave the company, how can you survive for next few months or at least a year without breaking your all your deposit and all. Okay, so I'll be coming to that point straight. I will be not discussing all this and that. I'm just coming to the straight point first. You have to think about, I mean, you have to think about finance. So what is finance? What are the investment opportunities you have? What are the good, like where you can invest your money? Now there is share business, of course, but it's a risky. There is mutual fund, risky, not as risky as the share business. Then you see there's other investment plans. So there are a lot of plans. The very first thing what you should do, always consult with someone is expert. Okay, that's because they are already in the business. Maybe 3,000, 4,000, just a one time. Just have a consultation to get an overview of what exactly their perspective is. I did that in the initial phase of my life when I was I was thinking I'm getting money, but if I just keep in my bank, that's not doing much. But just like some interest, and again on the interest also I have to pay the TDS and all. So I thought, what could be the right way to increase the money? And you have to take risk, and you can take risk while you're just getting started and all. You're not having a big family to begin with. When you're junior, even if you have big family, you can like have certain percentages in the risky money. So I'll be coming to that. Now think about that. Where you can invest. To find out that, you can consult any good financial consultant. Not big amount, like if they're asking 10,000, 20,000, no, just 2,000. They have enough idea just to getting started. Okay, get ideas from them, but don't do exactly what they say, because most probably they will tell you, like invest in this and this, so and use their code or reference so they can get some commission. Okay, that is there, but don't do that. Instead of that, just take the idea of where they are asking to invest, what kind of company they are asking to invest, or what kind of plans they're asking. Then do your own research, and you're good at it. I mean, you are doing development, so you have enough technical knowledge to grow through anything that you are thinking to get knowledge. Okay, and just for the same reason, just keep point of the notes what the financial advisor asks. Now it could be in-person financial advice, it could be via some sites. Now there is a lot of sites available here and there. It could be just like from just like Google and read some articles. The important part is to keep the points in mind. Okay, keep the points and see what people are saying in the comments, their feedbacks in other platforms and all. So combined, you will have a basic knowledge. Okay, and then you have to apply the basic knowledge. Now how to do investment, I will be coming, but let's further understand how to use the points and make a gist of the points. So you collect all the points that you find, they're investing here, they're investing there, and find out what are the less risky, what are the more risky, and what are the riskiest. Okay. Now always remember, the riskiest one give you the more money than what is not risky, because it's more guaranteed. That means the risk is low and your income is low. Okay, whatever you are going to get from the investment. So you have to think about what is giving you more risk. Now a certain amount, okay, certain amount, let's say 5 or 10% of your income you can invest in the more riskier one and see how it is returning. You will see, not immediately, but within few months, 2 months, 3 months, maybe in a year, you will see at least 20 to 30% increase, or maybe sometimes 40 to 50%. And that's what I'm saying. The share marketing is a risky one, and some other risky funds also. So you can invest there. And how to invest? Now you can see there are a lot of investment apps are there now. Kuber, that is Kuber coin something. And there's a lot of apps actually. Okay. And based on, I think, in the phone pay, you can invest to any liquid fund, any fixed deposit fund, any index fund. You can do just as a whim. Just go and invest to understand how this is increasing. Now the trick, what is trick here while investing? Suppose your earning is 10,000. I'm just giving you a refresher. You can invest like 2,000 or 1,000. Invest it. 1,000 invest. Now how to invest? Look at the charts of the, like, what is the average profit percentage. Okay, and there you will see that whatever company is giving highest rate of on an average giving highest return, just close your while and invest 1,000 or 2,000. Not like lakhs. I'm not asking for lakhs. Just to understand how the flow works and see how that is working. You will see some things slow, like getting down, some days getting up. Just wait for 2 to 3 months and you will see it definitely going up at least 9 or 10%. I have, like, my personal experience, I have seen at least 10 to 20% increase if I give it for 1 or 2 months or maybe 3 months. And when I give it 1 year, I have seen it at least 20 to 30% increase. Now that's a lot. The amount I invest is so big and it's returning also very big. Okay, but when getting started, you don't have to invest big. Make small. See, when you're investing only 1,000 per month, at the end of a year, it's going to be 1,20,000. So, sorry, it's a little bit 12,000. Okay, and when you have 1 lakh salary, if you similar way, just invest 10,000, is going to be like that 1,20,000, right? So that is the way you can do invest in a savings, and you don't, you care, but you don't have to worry too much, because it's a fund that it's risky. I'm risking it, and the return on the investment will be so high. Okay, that's a part of investment. Now, while doing for the risky investment, you have to think about some less risky, like a guaranteed income. What are the guaranteed income? I think most of the if you go any fixed deposit plan, or you can ask for the banks, like what are the highest rated plans, go for that one. Those are more less risky. Or maybe security kind of services like life insurance, those are less risky. Those are like a guaranteed return, and it will give you more money. Okay, now the very less risky is the kind of, what you have in savings, and you're getting the savings money, but that's not doing much, to be honest. That's a very less amount you're getting on investment. So these are the part. You have to invest on the highest riskiest plans, mutual funds, shares, to get the most investment out of it. And you see, once, now you have to think about, like, while doing all this, you have to think about the risk. Okay, whenever you invest, say if it's going very down, don't panic. Wait for at least 1 year, 2 year, you will see the recovery coming back. So that is one point. Now the point is that that's like a investment from share or investment. Now the second part, where you can do the your cost like decreasing and getting, like, saving something. Now the most problem is that for the mid or senior level developers, your tax sometimes is like, I think maybe your tax life is 30% or maybe 10%, depending on your income. That's you're getting charged, right? Now you have to definitely consult with some CA or very good accountant, chartered accountant. I mean, they have definitely knowledge. They have, like, they will be looking at your finance profile, and they can suggest you the best possible scenarios. I definitely do that, so that you can do the savings on the tax, because tax take away your lot of money, like 30% or 10% is not a less. I mean, not about a joke, right? So you should consult with them, and you can see you should be able to, like, deduct a lot of taxes, and you can reinvest that using some sections or some ways in other things that you should definitely target. Now that I talk about that, you can saving, I mean, you can do saving, or you can create a secondary income source from the investment, like savings in mutual fund, in the some liquid fund, index funds, using your phone pay, Google Pay, even in the Bhim app also the option is here. You can do all that. Okay. Now that is there. You can deduct the, like, money savings is actually money earned, that people say, right? So you can save the tax money and that can actually get back to you. That's a fund. Now talk about the sidelines, because that is what the most important part. Because okay, there is investment, that is all, but while working in a project and all, uh, that particular job might not be giving you a lot of money. That's actually quite normal these days, especially in the Indian or domestic companies. They don't give that much of salary. Now there are exceptions, but I'm saying in general, people don't get that much in India. Now, what you should must target, you have to think about the secondary income source via the secondary clients, or we call it like side clients. Now, getting side clients is a bit tough, I will say. If people don't know about you, don't heard about you, then that's a problem. And the problem part is that they will be not believing you in front or that quickly. You have to work really hard for that. Maybe go to freelancing site, do the bidding, go for other project site. There are a lot of sites over there who are like train you and give you some jobs, like in-house job outsourcing. That is also one way. This way you can, like, via the freelancing sites, via these the secondary development companies like mediator companies, via these different gig sites. Now everywhere you will see a lot of freelancing sites. Go register, keep the bidding, and if you try 100, at least you will get one. Always remember, don't get hurt if you fail that. Again, you have to try 100, and then see, when you make the good profile, start getting the feedback, you will keep getting the side clients. Okay. Now, first few projects do very well, very hard, because those initial feedbacks will determine your future projects. Okay, how you will get it. People should be giving it to you or not, because they will be checking at your reviews from other people. That is very important. Now, the money you get from the secondary part, don't just spend it. Don't spend it erratically. Use that money to promote yourself in different platform. Any advertisement of your work is okay. And again, the money you get from them, save it. And some you can do some risky investment using that money, because that's a secondary stream of income. Your primary, you're getting saving in a bank and some stable sources. That is a stable way. It will make you some guaranteed return. That is okay. But the secondary income, always do experiment with them. That's what I do. I do invest in some mutual funds. I invest in the liquid funds. I invest in gold and this and that, so that when I see the gold price, suppose in a gold, okay, in a gold, I see before pandemic start its price high, while in pandemic the price go more high. Okay, so what I did, I purchased some gold before the pandemic second wave come, and I save the money. And when the pandemic start, I can see the price increase a bit, and I sell it. I got a lot of profit. Okay, so that's how you have to think about, and make even in the bad times also you have to think about how can you. Now it's not about the moral part; it's about everyone thinking about own good. So you are not an exception. You can also do think about how you can make more money from the situation you have, because everyone facing. I mean, not everyone, but most of people facing the salary cuts, the like. Another problem, not getting much promotions. So how to tackle that, right? You have to all get a side client and do investment, and this kind of way you can compensate, or even you can income more greater than even your salary. That I'm seeing when I am actually, for a student of mine who came to me around 2 weeks back and saying, sir, where to invest. I have shown, okay, this is the part you should invest and see. So he invested and says, sir, already good percentage. I said, no, don't touch it. Wait for at least 4 5 months, 6 months. Then you see, you can then withdraw or invest somewhere else. But wait and see how this works. That's the first part. Okay, that's the part. Now this is the side client part. Now the problem is that while working in a main project, then managing side clients is a bit of a very tedious work, and it's really tough. And I agree that part. Now how you can handle it, I mean, in my last year, I think I made a video on that. So again, I'm repeating that part only, that when you are working in a main project, while just don't immediately, like if you're joined today, so in a big company or in a company, and it's just 1 month, no, don't start immediately for next 2 3 or 4 months. No, first settle there, at least 3 4 months, 6 months. Now when you're settled, you know whereabouts all over the company, how this process works and all. You know how the timings are getting available, so you can handle or you can communicate in between time with the clients. The company should not know that, so that you have to do some mind modeling and all. Okay, after you're done with that, you have to think about how can you actually utilize the rest of the timing that maybe your company getting shut at say 6 or 6:30. I know it's a bit of trouble, but think about that rest of the time, at least 2 3 hour or 4 hour. Not 4 hour will be too much, I guess, but 2 3 hour. How can you work on some sideline, maybe smaller jobs or some support job? You can do all that kind of stuff, right? Support job doesn't take too much time, so you can do that. And support jobs give good money, say 30 40 50. I've even seen 1 lakh also they're paying for the support jobs. Seen in LinkedIn, people reach out every time, and I don't have time, so I reject. But people who have time and have the expertise, they, I think, should be accepting them. They're getting that much money, so there is always a way like that, and do that. Now again, if you are thinking about like I will accept 10 support job, 20, no, because the moment you do it, you will see you are not able to, like, it's so hectic that you are not able to do for anyone. You will be not able to work for any client, any such client. So what you should do, first work for that particular new client for at least say 6 months to 1 year. Then they are also believing you and they are got used to you. Then think about getting another client, similar kind of, or maybe some other kind of project, maybe some programming projects, which maybe you can work on Saturday, Sundays, or in between 1 or 2 hour daily basis, and they're okay with it. So let's just say in front, I could be your secondary support, like your existing programmer, and I can work for like that. So that's how you can handle the main project as well as the side clients. It's up to your capacity. How could you manage that? Now many actually do one more very good thing. They do consulting. So let's say what is consulting kind of work here? Say I have this Saturday, like I do. Okay, I have a site where I have like a calendar. So if suppose someone want to book a time and consult, say their programming career or maybe some bug fixes or some programming related job, or that's kind of like big people, CDO or senior devs, they actually reach out to me, and I help them and we talk and then solve it out. Okay, that for that part I'm charging the money in my site, and they have to book my service a particular slot and they have to pay it. Then as per the schedule that person have selected, I do a chat with them and go through all this and get it done. That part you can do the similar way. Suppose you are expert in Python or cloud or DevOps, and you can you can offer your service as a consulting service, so that people can actually come to your profile in any, suppose you have make your own site and people actually purchase the consulting service for that particular hourly basis, or maybe in a package if you want to offer in a package. And once you do it, then you're getting money. Like suppose 10 people in a weekly or monthly, or suppose in a quarter 100 people actually consult with you and you get good money from that. That's a pretty stable income if you see in average, because see, one people satisfied, that people will tell his friends and to other people. That's how the chaining works. And when it happens, people will actually, for me it's happened. Like one engineer came to me, say, Sandeep, I heard about a lot of you, I have seen your videos. Like a friend of friends first tell me, can you work in a project like that, and I can give you some dollars. Would you be interested? I review the process. I mean, the what the project about is and all the details. I digest everything. Then, if it looks good to me, I join the project and get the money on the time. So that's how it is. If you do work for a particular person or company or a group of people, then that work will reach out to other people. Then you will have a lot of customer seeking your guidance, paid guidance, of course, because this some services, everything cannot be free. So some dedicated guidance can be achieved by the consulting service that you can do, and that's also a good source of income, right? So these are the ways. You can see I have told a lot of ways, right? You can achieve your secondary income. Okay, now once you do it, again, once your income go to too much high, you must work with the any like tax professional or any like if you're starting a company, of course you have to have that goods and services act. As per that, you have to create a company and work for that. If it's not reaching that limit, you can have you as a normal proprietor, you can work, and as an individual you can pay the taxes. but work with a CA or tax professional, their charges not too much. So don't just get feared from the CA like that will be charging. No, for some hour or maybe some particular in a year, some few times they can make a report. They will be not charging that big amount. So and but you can save a lakhs of rupees of yours if you take advice from them. Okay, that's very important. Now I hope that I make you understand what are the ways you can do the savings and all. Now I will take a few questions and then I will in a visualized way I will explain how to do that. So let's see any question. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Then I will start the visual discussion, which I always make a very good document. I will share with you guys like in a graphical way. So this one question is saying that Vavik isn't they want to get freelance consulting, but wondering if it's legal to freelance in India while having a full-time job. I want to be able to start side gigs, but it's the one thing that holding me back. Okay, now think about that. Is there any company or in your offer letter or in your for your employment contracts? Is there any mention that if you cannot do freelancing and all? First, look at that. Okay, that's very important. If there is not there, perfectly fine. You do want. I mean, I used to work in sidelines while working as a full time developer, so it should be fine. If a clause is there, always remember uh, people have seen the document, but they will be never able to catch you. You can the amount you want, you can create a secondary company or maybe in your wife's or any family member's account. You can ask the client to deposit there. So they have no references that is deposit to your account. Normally, no employer should be have the access to your bank account direct access, so they can inquire about what your incoming. That's not legal, of course. So you can simply ask your client to put the money in your bank account or the pay. But it's coming normally. It's come by the PayPal or the other transfer wise, and there are a lot of other services are there who make the transfer. But it's not illegal. You should be able to get it. Not a problem until unless there is a clause. If there is a clause in the employment, simply ask the client to transfer the money here, or maybe you can connect your PayPal account to your wife or your mother, father, family members account. You can always do that way. Okay, so don't worry on that part. It's completely legal. Or even if it's illegal for the particular contract for the particular employment, you have the sideways like deposit the money to directly to the family members. Okay. Okay. This is everyone saying, "Hey, Kalan Krishna, good evening." Roshan saying, "Hi, sir. How are you? Good. Hope you're doing good too, Roshan." Is Jagrati saying, "Good evening." Hey, good evening, Jagrati. So that is that. Now let me actually graphically something discuss so that it will keep in your mind what I'm trying to discuss. Okay, so now let me see that it's working. Okay, looks like it's working. Okay, so just as I said that suppose this is your primary income. Okay, this is your primary like you can say like rupees. Your this is your primary income. This is your primary income, right? Now this go through like first is tax, then it become suppose it's 100 rupees. Just for example, you have to pay like 30 tax, then it's 70, then again the bills, right? You have to pay your bills. Could be credit card bill, could be what other bills are there? Electricity bill. Like I have to pay everything, like my AC, the computer, and this and that. Could be any expenses. Okay, all expenses, all recurring expenses, all be like a preferred one. Like for the tab, I have to pay by the EMI. So that kind of cost is so recurring. Okay, and say after that you have say that's cutting like. Tax say 30, say 20, so after that you have 50. Now that 50 you have to make investments, you have to like save for your future. So I'm not telling to invest all that. Okay, instead of that invest say 10 say just 10 rupees. Okay, just 10% of entire or just out of something of this. Okay, normally 10% of the gross salary you should you should always think about that. That will help you in the computation part. Okay, so that you invest in the risky. Okay, should invest in a risky and the return is greater than 20 to 30%. Always remember, the more risky you invest, the return will be higher. And out of that, say you have this 30, the majority part, do some risk free. Okay, risk free way you should be saving, say savings account. Yes, normal use case, to be honest, but more of that will be like a fixed deposit, because fixed deposit is the complete or somewhat complete risk free kind of investment, and it's good. Okay, return. Okay, then 10, 30 10, you have remaining 10%. Okay, now this 10% fixed in the liquid funds. Okay, that we call it liquid investment, we can call it. Okay, liquid investment. So index fund. Let me actually give the list of the liquid funds you have. So just simply open, if you have any phone pay. I will just I forgot to link my phone with the computer. Then I could have shown you guys the complete screen. Okay, okay. So the liquid part, my money. Sure. Okay, investment. So the liquid funds, I can say. So you have ICICI, um, Prudential Liquid Fund, which is average return is 5.41%, and you have Aditya Villa, any lot of companies. Okay, and that is 5.47. Now, why liquid funds? Because it's like you can see the return actually increase a lot faster way. Okay, and say if you want to withdraw the money within say 1 week, 1 month, 2 months. Okay, you can withdraw the money. Okay, you can simply withdraw the money, and the best part is that you can do that anytime. Okay, that is there. And suppose you are getting good profit from all that, you can like the profit part from all that profit part, you can invest in the risky part, so that the risk, it's already a profit part. Some parts say 20 to 30% part you can invest, and the rest you can give in the gold. Now gold part is actually do in the digital gold, so that when the gold, normally see gold prices never decrease. Okay, so you can simply invest in a gold part, and when the price you see up, you can sold it. Okay, and if you see good profit coming up again, if you want like, then after you do done that, you will see a profit will increase a lot more. Some like not, it's a good, not good idea to like every time invest in the risky. When you feel, it has to be some kind of internal feeling. When you're saying you can make the good, 90% you should make in the 90% you should store in the fixed deposit. Okay, or savings where you want to store it. Again, 10% you can store in risky or other funds. I know it's a bit mess up, but that's how you do it. It's complex, not a simple. But the moment you keep doing it and doing it, you should be able to understand entire flow, how this everything works. Now let me actually, okay, sorry, let's just sketch. Let me just start a new. Let's say one more concept of the side clients part, I will explain in graphical way, so that you will not never forget. What happens is that you heard, you will forget, but if I shown you guys, you will never forget. That I understand from my experience. Okay, sorry guys, this is my new the new iPad. I am not used to it yet, so that's why I have to just work with what I can. Okay. I hope that I get used to it sooner. Okay, done this cleanup. not this one. That is fine. Okay, now let's say this is your primary job. Okay, this is your primary job, and this might be your 10 to 6 or sometime 9 to 6 if the company is so bad. Okay, so whatever it is, so that job is taking away a lot of, okay, lot of, say, your working hours, okay, and like you have, like, most of it's taking your time, okay, this job. You will definitely have this, say, I would say 20%. 80% is you're taking away normal company job. This 20%, I mean, out of that 20%, okay, that 20%, you have to, give time to the family. You have to give that time to the family, say at least 5%. If you have, I mean, if you have your children, your wife, parents, if they're staying with you, suppose if they're not staying you, then at least call for 10 5 minutes, and that's, so then this will become even less, so 1% or even less, okay. The rest, okay, the rest part, you should actually have at least two side clients, not at the immediately, okay. Two side clients, that's my philosophy. Always do a two side clients. So side client, side client, okay. So first one should be after getting this, like, this primary jobs, at least 6 months later, okay. 6 months later have your first, okay. And after this 6 month, 6 month or 1 year, okay, after 6 months or 1 year have the second client, okay. And once suppose this client done, again of this 6 month only, okay, don't immediately 6 months, you have to keep this one satisfied. This one done, but then the work is done, then get the 6 month or 1 year later. If it's paying so good, okay, so good, then okay, maybe 1 year. If it's not paying like average or normal one, for that you give, like, wait for 6 months and go to third cycle, okay, and continue. This is a continuous process, okay. You have to continue, you have to keep continuing. And don't just think that this customer you have served and done. No, this customer can always come back to you, okay. This customer all will come back to you, okay. Don't just think they will just walk and forget. No, good customer, 99% are good customer, one they will be bad. I personally feel it. You have to have developed in your mind, some kind of, just looking at a face or looking at their profile to understand what kind of they can become. It's not going to be happening in a 1 day or 1 month. It has to be some years to develop this kind of sense. That sense will definitely develop. I have seen in everyone, all my friends, Chirag and here and there, I've seen a lot of people who already develop the sense. So that takes some time, but that's fine. You take time and develop the sense of looking at it, and they will see the the percentage of loss that you work for a client and the client didn't pay will become less than 1% in within few hours. So don't worry. So most of the client think about they will come back, and they will definitely come back. If you think that way, suppose that done and done, you are not getting new client, reach back to the new old clients. Are you need any support? Are you need any supports? Okay, like this way, and then they will again give you the opportunities, and this kind of infinite cycle. And they might they know some good friends, okay, and they are looking for resources, and they will reach back to you, okay. So that's how this all cross connection works. That's the kind of chain. Each chain will work like that, okay. And this is how you, as a engineer, ultimately you have the kind of never ending projects, because the normally what fear the freelancer get is that if I don't get clients, and if I don't in the future don't get this kind of client, how I'm going to survive, how I'm going to get money. I don't have a fixed job, because normally what happened, after having a lot of clients, you quit your primary job. Like I did, I quit my primary job. Like the similar way, you also will quit your primary job. Once you've done that, you are dependent on this. So think about that. Yeah, you are dependent on the client, but the more you work, the more goodwill you earn. You are never out of your projects because you have this reference circle audiences keep increasing, and people will actually reach out to, and this is a new client, right? This is the kind of circle you will achieve your own client circle, your own client base, and that's what important it is. So that now remember the previous I have shown you the investment cycle. That savings amount will be helping you for, because see at the while all that, let me just actually explain another part, uh, that this is how the chaining works. Now how your strategy will should be, okay? Because at the initial days you will not see the clients coming, okay? That part I'll explain, right? And again, sorry guys, I'm just new to this, so I have to I don't know why the new function not working, so I have to remove this and start. And okay, this is actually, this one is better. Yeah. So say your primary, you have lot of clients, or maybe not lot of clients. So your primary job, okay, primary job. That primary job, this is good. That primary job after say uh, after trying at least 2 to 3 months, so 2 to 3 months or maybe sometimes 4 months, 4 months you get cyclines. You are not getting immediate cycline, that keep in your mind. You are getting cyclines after and after only at least 2 3 or 4 months. I even got, I think I got in the after leaving job, I was getting working as a freelancer for small companies, but like leaving the job ultimately I got very good clients after 3 months. So it can be 2 3 4, normally I've seen within 4 months you'll get it if you keep trying and trying. That reminding. So you get a small client, okay, small. Now either you can just immediately release the job and search for that, but that's a very risky, okay? That's why I never suggest that. It's a risky, you don't have source of income for month. If you already have this running, if you are still continuing and working for side clients, okay, multiple side clients, you get some savings, okay, some savings you have at least I would say 6 months to 1 year. If you do that kind of saving, you are good to go and you can look for a client, because that will be actually in your bank account. So that money flow will to your bank, right? Okay. Now it is, while I'm explaining, it looks easy, but it's never easy. It's a lot tougher than it looks. I know, and you should also to feel that part. So after you have enough money, then you have enough saving, then only cross this. Otherwise, no. First, make sure you have saving, you have enough money in your bank account. You can afford 2 to 3 or 4 months of survival mode, I will say. Then it's okay for a go for this kind of side clients. Okay, you can do that. After you're done, you're ditching, you have good client base, just like the circle I've said, you can ditch your primary job and you can have this your primary clients will be like. And see, the client you should go for, there is two kind of client, okay? One is two kinds of client: short term, one is the long term. Two kind of client. This is might be paying you high sometime, okay? This pay high because they're not giving you longer money. Of course you should charge them higher. And this gives okay, but less than this one, okay? They're bigger, they give more and it gives it, but it's a long term, so you don't have to worry about scalability. So what are this like? It should be less than 1 year, and it should be, the longer term will be greater than 1 year, okay? This is called long term and this is called short term. You should always try for at least one. So what your target should be, at least one long term, so that you don't never have to worry about the payment income. You're at least running the electricity cost, your food. You have to need that, right? It's a basic necessity. So you have to think about the guaranteed income. Okay, one long-term client, somehow maintain it, somehow achieve it. Freelancing side, personal contract, I don't know how. You have to achieve it if you want to go to this like bigger kind of income. When you have lot of clients and projects, to that one, ideally I have 2 3 long term clients, but just for starting up I would say one. And then you can have, again, just like in a job provide, you have one job, then the selection, similarly one long term, and then two side clients, okay, small clients, okay, like short term, two side or short term clients, okay. That how you will be served. So, and keep rotating, okay, keep rotating. I think rotation not looks like that. Okay, so keep rotating. Okay, I know, bad drawing. So this part keep rotating so that you will have bigger client base. Okay, if you do that, you have bigger client base. In that case, even suppose working on and this long term project done, what you should do, you should simply one of this pool, this entire flow, you might have lot of side clients, okay, lot of side clients. Make any this side client who are paying good behavior, very friendly kind of customer, make them their long-term project. Say, ask if you have any kind of I did kind of thing around a few year back. I think I asked a client, are you looking for long-term kind of projects? I'll be interested in that, not in a small term. And they're okay, Sandeep, I have long-term, and I work for. I'm still working for this kind of company, okay. And maybe I was actually planning to ditch them for greater pay, and they're okay with it, and they have the resources. I have trained the resources, so it's okay. And they say, Sandeep, you stay if you want to. You can, if you want to, you can go. You have no problem with it, but stay in touch with us. That's kind of clients you need, so that your fixed income or stability become okay, and you keep rotating your side clients. So it gives a lot of money. So you have a fixed money and you have rotational lot of client money. Okay, again, and once you get this money, you have to keep kind of invest in some other mutual funds, shares, fixed deposit as you see fit. Think about what your professional personal goal is. So suppose you want for your child and also do the fixed deposit, that there is less risk. Suppose you want something to purchase, so and you can spare some amount which can be risky, you can invest in a mutual fund which is like high risk mutual fund or share marketing, that can you give the good return. But something that you want some risk, okay, but you want some guarantee, then go for some mid risk or liquid kind of funds. Okay, so this is how I plan it. I know it's not easy to understand with all the image and that, but while you start investing, while you start working on this concept, keep experimenting. I have kind of whatever ever of, like a home, I have car, I have 5 laptops, including one MacBook, one iPad, and phones and everything. I have whatever imagine. So this is how I actually make use of money. I had my own personal CA who suggests me all that. That's how I learned a lot of things, to be honest, in personal levels. I have finance background because I'm actually a BCom graduate, honors graduate, and then I didn't like it much. That's why I moved to the tech. I found it so interesting. I left my BCom background and ultimately to this programming career. But it turned out to be great because I have some financial concept, and with programming I have money funds. I have money funds, and I can invest. I understand what they're saying, understanding what the person, because there will be 50% people who will actually think of good of you and them, and 50% people who will think only about them. Those people will ask you to do some risk investment that will never return. You have to do research. You are an engineer, always do some research. As a software developer, think about finding their terms and condition, some market research. Do it for at least 10-20 minutes. You will see all the result. I honestly, when I invest, I just check for 5-10 minutes. I see the details. I understand this is going to be bad or good. And normally, I select the good ones. It give me at least 20-30% return. Thus, I close it and I invest somewhere else. So keep investing, keep experimenting, have funds, and there might be some losses. Don't make big losses. That's what I say, invest small, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. So even if it's loss, you will say that's very less money, but you will learn a very good thing. That's how you grow. You just doing programming and depositing money in a savings account or in a fixed account cannot have the wealth, or you cannot achieve your dreams that you might be dreaming. You, whoever the you go to any health, sorry, not health, the wealth professional, they'll be giving more Gyan and all, that is fine, but they'll be coming to ultimate these basics. So understand that very well, because the money you flow more into the system, it will income more revenue, and you have to earn revenue in such a way that you pay less taxes and more for yourself. Maybe invest, like taking a home loan, just for example. I'm just give you one example that I learned from my CA only. So okay, this I will just explain my car case, I will say, or even this tap case I will just explain. Okay. Just a moment. I know this is a very repetitive task, but until I'm getting used to it, I have to remove like this way. It's annoying to be honest. But anyhow, we have to do it. Okay. So what should be your, I have these laptops, these kind of resources. Do you think I invested all my money at once? No. I took for the, say I have this MacBook, I have this, give me some time, okay? I have this ROG, very, very costly laptop, okay? So this guy, I think it's cost was around 2.5 lakhs. It's anything around that. Okay, it's have 8 GB or something graphics. Because of the video editing, I just purchased this one. Okay, so I have say one MacBook. Okay, I have this Asus. Okay, and this iPad. I have iPhone. I have what? I have a lot of other things also. I have all the appliances, say fridge, ACs, and disc cleaner, this and that. I have purchased a lot of stuff, but I will keep to the tech stuff only, because that's your most focus, not the other equipments. Even I have this that dough mixer kind of thing. Okay. So see, I have not purchased. See, everything single day purchase. No, I have not purchased in a single day, single week, single month. No, I didn't do that. Instead, my strategy was one thing at a time, slowly but steadily. I should have everything, but very slowly. Otherwise, what happens if you invest all your money in all this tech stuff and you cannot turn out to be? I mean, you need to have some source of. I mean, you are doing all this. You should think about how can utilize and make money out of that. Otherwise, why you are doing it? You are doing it for some purpose. So I need my MacBook, okay, for what? For my programming, for client communication, for some own course creation. Okay, I have purpose. Okay, I have selected. Okay, the MacBook should be good one. Okay, then I look at what bank I have. Okay, if I have too much money, sometime okay, but I don't think I say I invest all money everywhere. That's why in my actual primary bank account I don't have money, because I've invested everywhere. Okay, wherever possible invest it, and I maybe it's very low. Okay, bank I have low always. Okay, just like you, maybe your bank account. So I keep very low in my bank account, very low. Okay, very low in bank. So but I have good credit card, because I have good flow of money in my bank thing. I'm a gold customer, even platinum. First I was gold, then moved to platinum, then to regalia, and then like they have classic, regalia and all. So they have moved to the higher tier. Okay, and with that my credit score. So think about that, credit. So always remember, there is a credit score. If you go look in any credit kind, if you go for a credit, everyone will ask for like take your PAN card or something, and maybe mobile number or some details, and they will, if they don't have it, they will start with zero. If they have it, not zero, maybe some very less, 600 something. Okay, and you have that credit score. Okay, everyone have their credit score. Okay, don't always remember, if you purchase something, buy something, if you have borrowed something, you have a credit score. My credit score is more than 800, which is like top most kind of credit score. Okay, so your target should be always more than 800. Okay, because that's the target. I always target this, and I achieve this also. My target is always 800 and more. So that's why I have very good credit profile. So the interest rate, okay, interest rate is down. So I have to pay less interest because I have a good credit score. Now, why I'm coming to that? I pay the credit card. What happens? This one. So I pay using. I purchase this MacBook via the credit card. Okay, and now I think that what is my existing salary level or my income level for this last 1 year. I analyzed, based on that I either go for 12 month or 24 month or maybe 6 month, 6 month. Okay, change that as per your selection. If you don't have kind of good money, go for this one, and you will maybe it's 10,000 or less than 10,000. Okay, or less than 10,000. Okay, less than 10,000 not normally is that. So you have to pay EMI. Okay, you purchase it. Now it's year one or maybe 2 year. Don't purchase any costly item in this, or if you have good source of money, you can do. Otherwise, more not more than two. Once you're done with the basic one, say 2 year. After 2 year, and it's actually less than 10,000 or even less than that. You don't have to think about, like, if you have good money. If you don't have a good money, you cannot think about Mac or some very costly. You just start with less laptop, like a 40 or 30 kind of laptop. Then once you do income, you have good payment profile, then go for the costly item. Otherwise, no. Okay, then once you're done with that, then think about maybe a Asus laptop just for the processing part, or a secondary monitor, or maybe while working on something, some processing job, you can go for the secondary laptop. And if you don't need, then go for a tab or iPad. That's a good thing, because while traveling, for traveling purpose, tab is a lifesaver. Okay, I find it very good. Tab. Okay, or kind of iPad, whatever you choose. iPad is the costly one. So if you want to iPad for, say, development, so if you're a iOS developer, iPad OS developer, some application developing, sometime you might need it. And if you're a freelancer, you might have to pay from your pocket. So after 2 year only, so whatever your existing running, existing EMI running, then only go for that. Otherwise, no, don't go for that. Done with this, like credit card. So again, done with the credit card. After you're done with that, then go for, like, after pay the EMIs. And the more you keep this credit score high, the less EMI you have to pay. I mean, the less interest you have to pay. EMI you have to pay based on the product price, but the EMI you have to pay the less. Okay, and if you do that, you will be like first Mac, then Asus, or say like iPad. And similar way, if you like, if you really need iPhone, really need iPhone, then at the end of it, because iPhone also is a kind of luxury. After purchasing laptop and other things only, I have gone for the iPhone. So it's not absolute necessary. So if you need it, after whatever necessary done, you can go for it. Again, EMI. And after, like, running say 6 month or 1 year EMI, it will be all yours. That's how I have this laptop. I have very good looking printer. I don't know if you guys can, like, if I touch it, it will just disconnect the view, so I will not touching that. So that's how I do it. So think what you have learned in session. Okay, let me just explain. So what you have learned, let's just clear this, all this one. And again, sorry, I know it's serious job to clean it. That's kind of looks silly, but I don't know how to use the iPad that much. It's just recently purchased. But see, the drawing is looking better. I had one draw pad, but that not did like visual representation. I have to look this and that, this and that. Then I was doing it, but now I don't have to look at the monitor to for the drawing part, which is good. And I was never actually good at drawing. You can see from the drawing, but doing for you guys. Okay. Now, I talked about what? Let's list or gist it out. I talked about income sources. You should always have multiple. So points one, have multiple income sources. Okay, multiple income source. Two, you should always think about reinvest, like invest and reinvest. That's what I'm trying to say. And invest what? Risky. Okay. So invest less amount in the risky, but the return will be high. Okay. And mid risk. Okay. And then in the low risk. Okay. So that's how things are done. You invest in the multiple income source, then the reinvestment part, then again the profit you get. If it's a big amount, like small amount, it's not looking good. Just a moment. Let me remove this. Okay. So small, okay, amount of profit, invest in the risky, because that will be the highest return, and the larger amount for your better future you can invest in the mid risk or low risk. Okay, because the more in the risky part you can lose a lot of money, but you can gain a lot of money. In the mid or low you will definitely get the money. Okay, that's how. So that's how the income source, that's a, like in multiple income source. And of course the for this side client I talk about side clients. Okay, that's the like direct source of income. Now in the while working for side clients, while working for side clients, you have to think about rotation, like work for new clients, new, again new. Okay, if new not available, ask for the old client. Okay, if it's not available for the new client, then only ask for the right client. Okay, now this is how you for the side client. Okay, and always have one at least one long term. Okay, long term client. Fine. Then actually always, I know I told you one client at least, I say, right? So always try for achieving a new side client. Okay, no, sorry, new law, at least one or two, that will make your future very secure. After that you're done with this one, and after, while purchasing, and actually purchase, you have to purchase the equipment so that you can show the depreciation. Okay, so purchase equipment. It's not just about work, like better productivity, not just better productivity, but the depreciation. Okay, you get good depreciation amount on this particular all this equipment, and that depreciation will be your profit, will get like after deduct. Okay, deduct this depreciation. So that's actually a saving a lot of money, because you can show the depreciation money in the profit, so you have to pay less taxes. Okay, your ultimate goal, have better productivity, have depreciation, less the taxes, you are getting equipment and paying less tax money, you are having a better productivity, you can do a lot of things when you have a lot of good resources, you have side client, you have income sources. That's how your ideal payment profile is. Having all that, I'm not a financial expert, I know a lot of finance because I handle my finance, I have a CA, I have financial advisor, myself. I work with them. I have been a become student honors one, so I have this knowledge. That's what I'm sharing with you. If you don't have all this knowledge, if you don't know how to and where to start, good idea is to like have, okay, one best option is to have a CA. Get a consult with a CA. If you don't have any idea what I talked about or if you think is too much problem. Two, financial tax consultant. Mostly CA is enough. If you don't get hand of a CA, so have a tax consultant. Okay, consult with them. That's how you will be able to save a lot of money. You will to save able to do a lot of good thing that you want to do in your life. Save money, invest money, grow your money, then purchase a lot of equipment and do a lot of great stuff that you always wanted to do. That's how we do. Okay. I have discussed a lot of things, and I know that you guys might have some question after all this I've discussed, and I'm okay to answer the question for next 5-10 minutes. Okay, let's see what are the questions. Now that's a lot of question, and I am happy to answer that as much as I can. Okay, it's that Shoptorsi service saying I'm startup is 3 months old. How I can grow my client? So I don't know what kind of startup it is. If it's a service based startup, you want development project and all, you can go to any freelancing site, 5 hour, a lot of freelance sites there, freelancing, Upwork, and get the client from there. Do some advertise targeting in the LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. That's other good way to get clients, and some run some social campaigns. Do a lot of stuff. This kind of stuff you do, you will get clients. Okay, and now I think I said Zomato IPO is trending. Can you please? Yeah, I actually asked my financial person to invest in Zomato. So yeah, I did it. Even if it, suppose Swiggy release it in the future or Geo make a if Geo make a IPO, I'm going to do a lot of investment. I have good confidence on that Geo company, so I'll be doing that. Now, hello, sir. Can you say how to book clients? The name of the startup is Genius, working in a HR tech zone. Now you have to, just like I told different ways while in the video, but you have to find your segment. You have to run campaigns, find out your so you whatever is marketing, right? You have to very good at the marketing part. So if you want in your more clients in this particular part, if it's a development, I would told you go to any freelancing site and do it. So thanks Shane, for sharing. Asus, yeah, Asus ROG, yeah, Asus ROG. Thanks, Sandeep. Wonderful session. Try the plus button right side. Oh, I tried that. I don't know why it not works, but yeah. So 10% effort as salary. Yes. So no, it's. I think you find it. You are putting your 100%, but your 100% salary is 10% what the company is giving you, and that's what every company is doing. How to find out? See, think about same way. You have you are the developer. You are working for the project and doing day night working on that and all. After that, think about the money getting from client. Since the of course they're also working the the director, they are collecting the client, then the project managers who are managing the project and you guys, then there will be the customer support unit who is managing the customer, the client and all. So that's how it is. But think about the final money that client giving is, you're not getting all or everything of that. It's a part that you're getting and the rest of the going to the company, like most of the going to the company, then they're giving you salary. Think about that way. Okay, now what if you do freelancing? What I as a get as a freelancing, whatever I work, 100% of that money is mine after giving some tax to government, of course. That we have to do, even if it's hard a lot, but we have to do for good of our country, and that we do. And everyone have to pay if they're in a good tax lab, so that is fine. And but you should not. But you should not just blindly give away what you can save. Save money talking to the tax consultant and all. So that's what I'm saying. Save as many ways as possible, invest as many as possible, make money as many ways as possible. And that's how I do it. Hope you guys like my session. And if you do like the session, do subscribe my channel. And if you're watching in LinkedIn, do follow me for this kind of exciting session. And I know the Terraform part. I don't know how I'm getting problem. I have no idea. Maybe I will try just re-recording without any kind of logo or something. I will try that out. Okay. So no worries. I will do that. And maybe that's how I can approve it. I don't know how, but I will try to do that. Maybe I have to do some re-recording. That is fine. But see, AWS I never face any issue. Maybe because I'm AWS hero, but other like many people are doing some recording AWS. They also not facing issues. They're not even hero. They're just normal like tech trainer. I don't know why I'm getting it. But as soon as I will make a new recording on the telephone, I will just release it. So don't worry, I'll be doing it. Maybe a bit late, but it's better than never doing it. So I'll be sharing that. No worries. Thank you guys for staying this long, and hope you guys join my next session also. It's next week, same time. No, not this time. It's going to be 7:30. Today I have to go somewhere very urgent, and I have to leave now, to be honest. So that's why I'll be leaving. And see you soon. Bye. Have a nice day.